time in season 2 of Allegiant. We are live here for the Australian Grand Prix, and yeah, we have 5 drivers here to take on the I guess quote unquote streets of Australia. So. Yep, we are here for the first time in season 2. Yeah, like I said, 5 drivers, not the biggest field, but we're still gonna run with it because we just want to get the season going. So yeah, 5 drivers here, so really small field. I believe it is the lowest car count in Formula Allegiant. So unfortunate, but yeah, we'll hopefully get a better car count in the coming races. But yeah, we're still here for season 2 here. Obviously, we didn't get enough drivers to do preseason testing. So yeah, this is the first time these drivers are on track here for season 2. As you see, also we are on the new F125 game. We are on F124 for all last season, and now we are on to F125. There you see Jaden Sadek in the Alpine. You see that new Alpine livery. It's probably going to be one of the few times where we're going to talk about new liveries after for a new season, because obviously it's a new game, so we can have new liveries. So yeah, that's that. Obviously new Alpine livery. You see there's also Billy Kreger. So yeah, we have Billy Kreger, Landon Barrow, Jaden Sadek, Christian Severson is in the pit lane, and Royce Crown. Royce Crown going to go ahead and start his lap with 15 minutes left here in qualifying. So even though it is a low car count, still this race definitely could be competitive, and yeah, I still think we could get a pretty good race and a pretty good season opener. As Royce Crown heads through those corners and into here. Out of the short shoot into this little technical section right here. He's going to get a little bit of a tow from Landon Barrow now. And Landon Barrow now is in a Williams now. So Landon Barrow now in the Williams. Royce Crown going to go around Landon Barrow now. Seems like a pretty clean lap for Royce Crown right on board with him. What you'll notice here with the new handling with F125, you'll notice that there's not going to be as much flicking. You can have a way smoother driving style. See, it's not flicking it at all. Royce Crown is just keeping it nice and smooth, almost like it reminds me of a lot of F123, where you have to just keep that smooth driving style. Royce Crown comes over the line. First lap at Formula Allegiant Season 2 is a 1:16.8 here. So Royce Crown, 1:16.8 for the Williams driver. It's going to be Jaden Sadek over the line. 1:17.6. He goes up to second, which is obviously there's only 2 cars that made a lap, so that's last on the board right now. As you see, Landon Barrow now is on a lap. Also Billy Kreger on a lap. Because Billy Kreger in the Alpine, he made his debut in Coda last season, which was actually, I believe, the second to last race, because we canceled the last 2 races. Or I guess the last 4 races we canceled, because last season we canceled two of the last races. So after Vegas we would have had 2 races remaining, but then we canceled those 2 to get the season done, so we can just move on to season 2. But here comes Billy Kreger though. Billy Kreger rounds the final corner here. Where will Billy Kreger go? He is going to go up. They go to third behind his teammate, 1:18.8. Here comes Landon Barrow now. Barrow now heads through the final corners. Landon Barrow now comes up to the line. Goes up to third with a 1:18.5. Christian Severson now on his lap. Christian Severson in the Mercedes. You remember he was in the V-Carb last season. Had a lot of strong runs though. I'm sure he could probably fight for this win here with this field not being as competitive as it usually is. It's only 5 drivers, so this is a good opportunity for whoever showed up to maybe get their first win tonight. Here comes Christian Severson through rounding the final corners. The Mercedes comes up to the line. Here comes Christian Severson. Goes up to second, 2/10 behind Royce Crown. And with that's a 1:17.0 for Christian Severson. Royce Crown top of the board after the first runs here in qualifying. And now we will try on the lap data for the rest of qualifying because everyone's made their laps. Royce Crown, I believe this is his second run here. Royce Crown, we'll see if he's improving. Not sure if he is or not. So he's on the mediums though. Here comes Royce Crown. Will he improve on those medium tires? Royce Crown up to the line. He does. 1:16.5 for Royce Crown. Good lap from Royce Crown. Christian Severson obviously just finished his lap. He's second. And then James Sadek and Landon Barron on the pits while Billy Krieger's on track on the softs. Not sure if this is a flyer. I believe this is his out lap for Billy Krieger. But, yep, people are going to start their second runs. Royce Crown already did his second run, but he was the first car over the line in qualifying, so he's obviously going to be first to make his second run also. As Christian Severson heads into the pit lane, you see how tight the pit entry is here. It can get kind of tight in there. A little sketchy, but obviously it's a straight line, so it's not too bad. Here comes Billy Krieger to start his lap, I believe. Billy Krieger heads through the first few corners here. Billy Krieger in the Alpine. So here he comes, heading through these corners. Yeah, riding on board really shows the different driving style you need to have for this game. It's definitely a lot different to what it is on F124. Oh, Lil actually touched the grass on the inside there. See, is he improving at all here in Sector 2? As DRS open down this straightaway. A little curvy straightaway though, as he heads into turn 9 and 10. One of the fastest corners on the schedule. And then he heads up here, DRS open here, into the braking zone and heading into the technical final few corners. Billy Krieger. Here he comes. As here comes Billy Krieger. Rounding the final corners, will he improve? Up to the line, Billy Krieger goes to a 1. He does not improve. He is 5/10 down to his personal best. So Billy Krieger does not improve on those. I believe that is the softs. Landon Bear now heads up to the line here. He's going to start his flyer with 9 minutes left in qualifying. It's going to be his second lap here. I can't tell. He might be on the mediums. No, he's on the softs. So Landon Bear now on the soft compound tires here. So here he comes, heading through these corners. Let's see the lap data. Is he improving at all? So here comes a Williams. As yeah, he's 3/10 up to his personal best. Also, Trevor Massey just entered the track, so he has so now he's going to be racing. So we're gonna have 6 drivers in the field. There was planned to be 7 because Jack Ward was also planned to race today. So here we go. Landon Bear now rounds these corners here. This looks like it might be an improvement. I didn't quite see the sector 2, but here we go. Landon Bear now heads through the final corners. Seems like a nice and tidy lap for the Williams. Yeah, you just saw the Ferrari. Trevor Massey just entered the board, but Landon Bear now goes up to P3 with a 1:17.4. That's second off of his teammate, but still not bad for Landon Bear now. Jaden Sadek on his out lap. Jaden Sadek also, I forgot to mention this, we haven't seen him much in Formula Allegiant. We haven't seen him in a while. He obviously raced a lot at the start of the season, but I think he got busy toward the end of the season, so he was not able to race, and now he's able to race now. So Jaden Sadek is back in Formula Allegiant in the Alpine, but here he comes heading up to the line, going to start his flyer. That seems like a really nice turn 1 and 2 right there. It made it nice and straight. As here comes Jaden Sadek. There's also blocks. I believe he is going to reserve, so we're going to have 7 drivers now. So we're going to have a little bit of a better field, a better car count at least. We're going to have 2 more than 5. So we'll have 7 drivers as Jaden Sadek is improving by a tenth as he makes the track really short there, trying to make it short as possible down that straightaway. Not sure how much time that really finds you, but every 100th counts. Here we go. He's improving by almost 2 tenths. There's yellow flag sector 2 and 3, but Jaden Sadek heads through this straightaway, heading into the technical section. Jaden Sadek, here we go. Will this be an improvement for the Alpine? Here, the penultimate corner. It seems like a pretty nice and tidy lap. Oh, runs a little wide there. That could cost him some time. But here comes the Alpine, heading up to the line. Going to drain the ERS. And here comes Jaden Sadek. Over the line is going to be an improvement by 4 tenths and goes up to the P3 on the board. So, yep, Jaden Sadek up to P3 on the board. Can't see how much time we have left because the yellow flags are covering it. 5 minutes left, 5.5 minutes left in qualifying. So it looks like both Ferraris are only going to get 1 run in, maybe 2. Trevor Massey is getting a little bit of tow. He's on a lap right now. He's getting a little bit of a tow from Christian Severson as he actually runs wide. Is he in the barrier? That is Christian Severson. He is good. He's actually on the wets. That's odd. But getting back at the action here. Here is Trevor Massey.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be in the booth for a little bit because I did get to commentate up too.
All right. Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can give us some updates if you want. But yeah,
I'm not really gonna be.
Well, that's true. But still. Here we go. Trevor Massey, though. Here we go. Oh, Royce Crown also improves his time. But Trevor Massey up to the line. Where will he go on the board? He goes up to 5th, just ahead of Billy Kreger. Not an amazing lap, though. But like I said, Royce Crown improved his time to a 1:16.3. 7 tenths ahead of Christian Severson. Not sure why Christian Severson went on the wets. But, yeah.
Yeah, what Royce is doing is really smart. Kind of had to do this in F124, but he started on the mediums on his first lap, and now he's got all these softs at the end to work with. Pretty smart, and also on the mediums, he was able to do 2 laps. So he did 1 lap, a fine lap, then he cooled down the tires and went back on it again. So really smart by Royce Crown. He's up by a pretty good margin. So,
yeah. See, Royce Crown kind of cut the corner there, trying to get back to the pits. I don't know if he's going to have enough time to get in and out of the garage. He might, but if he can't, yeah. But if he weren't able to, that would have probably left the door open for maybe Christian Severson to take pole, or even Billy Kreger.
Yeah, but let's see here. For people, yeah, this is probably it for Landon Barrett now. Yeah, Billy Kreger probably as well.
Yep. So yeah.
Oh, Landon Barrett now. Both Ferraris in the pits. I'm not sure. Justin Jewell's probably gonna make a lap here soon.
Yeah, Justin Jewell has yet to set a lap. Yeah, he is actually an F2 driver. He's going to be reserving though for Ferrari, so he's going to be making. I mean, yeah, well, we obviously raced. He did race last season. He did race. I remember he raced Suzuka, and I think that was his only start. I know. I think he raced. I think he raced Spa also. But he only raced a few races, and then I believe he left the league, and now he's back for F2. So it'll be interesting to see how Justin Jewell does in Formula 2, if we can even race in that, but because of the low driver counts. But yeah. Anyways, looking back here, Landon Barra now starts his final flyer lap. Landon Barra now in the Williams, 5th on the board with 1:17.4. He's looking to improve that lap time. As here he comes.
Did you go over the new driver moves?
A little bit, just mainly from just the people on the field. You can go over that if you want.
Yeah. Well, see, obviously, a few driver moves happened. We saw. Well, obviously, I left. My experience, so I left Red Bull and Fish Eight. So that went to Jack Ward went to Red Bull to replace me. We saw what's his name, Landon Barra now, and Jonathan Hibbett switch seats. So Landon Barra now to the Williams, Jonathan Hibbett to the Sauber, and Barra now goes off a little bit.
Yeah.
But we also saw Michael Brando and Elijah Wheeler switch seats. So, oh my God.
Oh. Okay.
Michael Brando go to the Ferrari, Elijah Wheeler to the Haas, and both Christian Severson and Michael Mora both went to Mercedes. So teammates at VCARB, now teammates at Mercedes. Christian Severson second. Michael Mora is not able to attend today, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So.
Yep, lots of driver swaps though for this season. Obviously, first time we've had obviously off-season driver swaps in leagues. That's obviously our first off-season we've had in Formula Allegiant. But yeah, Royce Crown's on his outlap, Chris Severson on his outlap, Billy Kreger on his outlap, while Jan Sadek and Trevor Massey and Justin Jewell all on their laps. You see Jaden Sadek.
The Alpines, they were Billy Kreger driving his teammate Slipstream there. I don't think Billy Kreger's gonna be able to make it back. No, he's not. He's not.
Yeah, that's so much for Billy Kreger. Oh.
What the heck?
God. Yeah.
I'm not sure if that's a glitch. I'm not sure if that's a glitch or something.
Oh my gosh, he just went far off. But yeah, Jaden Sadek though heads to the final corners. Will that slipstream help him out? Here we go. Jaden Sadek heads up to the line. Jaden Sadek up to second on the board, just behind Royce Crown. There's here comes Christian Severson and Royce Crown also on their lap. So Christian Severson still has a chance to get pole.
Justin Jewell around the final corner.
Yeah, Justin Jewell. What will he be able to do in the Ferrari? The F2 driver comes over the line and goes up to 5th with a 1:17.2, not an amazing lap.
There's Trevor Massey. He's on a decent lap. This could put him up to maybe top 5, maybe even 4.
Yeah, he is improving. That's a 6/10 improvement, I believe. As here he comes over the line just behind his teammate. Ferrari 5th and 6th. It's going to be up to Christian Severson if he's going to take pole position. Royce Crown, though, heads over the line. What will Christian Severson have to beat? He's going to have to beat, he did not improve. Royce Crown did not improve. Christian Severson, will he be able to take pole position? It was, wait, did he get it? He got second. Not quite. The top 3 separated by only a few hundredths of a second.
I mean, even with 7 drivers, that was one of the most entertaining ends of qualifying I think I've seen. Wow.
Yeah, Royce Crown, top of the board. Christian Severson, Jay Sadek, Billy Kreger, Justin Jewell, Trevor Massey, and Landon Baranow. What a qualifying that was.
Crazy. 1/1000th of a second between Royce Crown and Christian Severson. That is the closest. That's not the closest margin in FA history. Wow.
Yeah. Like I always say, even if we do get a small driver count, it does not mean that we can't have a bad race. But
it's not quite a small driver count. It's not very big, but it's
yeah.
We got 2 people, but
yeah, it's better than 5.
Yeah, the name of the game for this race, I'm just gonna say off the bat, I think everyone knows, tires, tires, tires. You gotta save tires well, or you are not gonna win this race.
Yeah, and also dirty air is also a thing in this game. It wasn't much of a thing in F124, so that's another thing. If you get in the dirty air, the car is not gonna want to turn as much. It's gonna be really understeery. So yeah, that also could play a fact into tire saving because you have to steer more in that dirty air. So having clean air is gonna be a big factor this race also.
Yeah, we'll see the setups. Obviously, Park Ferme is on this season. I don't really know why I did that last season, but yeah. So yeah, first race on F125. F124, we really saw. You had to manage tires a little bit, but definitely not as much as we're going to see today. So it should be fun. Probably we're going to be in for a two-stopper, I would think.
Yeah, most likely. The tires in F125 degrade really quickly. Here we go, formation lap about to get underway.
Yep.
So yeah, I expect the top three to all be really close and probably battle for this one. Those are probably gonna be the big three to fight for this race victory. It'll be interesting though with midfield too, because obviously you have Billy Kreger. Alpine is third and fourth, so they're showing pretty solid speed as they did last season also.
Yeah.
As
Oh. Okay.
And then Ferrari fifth and sixth, and then Williams first and second, and then the only Mercedes Christian Severson second.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't count out Billy Prager. We saw in the United States Grand Prix last year at Coda, he was really good on the long run. He really saved tires well, and he didn't get third. He got a podium.
Yeah, he did. It was a questionable move on that final lap. You remember with Michael Moore and I believe it was also and then who else was there? I think it was someone else, but the Alpine, yeah, he did get a podium, I believe, in the United States Grand Prix in last season. So, yeah, we'll see. I mean, yeah, like you said, he did manage his tires really well, so that could be a big factor also in F125.
Yeah, we saw Royce Braun. He has one sprint victory in Formula Allegiant, but he's never won a Grand Prix before. He won the Austrian sprint last year, which similar driver count to this race. We'll see, but everyone gets ready, and I wouldn't count out the midfield and Billy Prager, Justin Jewell, and them. I wouldn't count them out to try to get a podium.
Yeah. I also the big name you'll notice that isn't in this field is David Albon is not in the field here. He is on the grid. He's not racing today. So, yep. But so yeah, we will have a new Grand Prix winner. We're gonna have 3 Grand Prix winners of Formula Allegiant finally. But yeah, here we go. Oh, so here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights, and it's lights on. Away we go. Season 2 of Formula Allegiant is underway. Here we go down on turn 1. Good start for Christian Severson. Christian Severson takes the lead on turn 1.
Oh, and the grass in the background. That's Landon Pernow. Sorry, it's the grass, but yeah, everyone makes sure.
Yeah, what a start there for Christian Severson. It's this yellow flags. Landon Pernow's out. Landon Pernow in the barrier, and he's out on lap 1.
I'm not sure what happened. I caught him right.
Yeah, I'm not exactly. Yeah, I saw it. I saw his car was damaged. I'm just not sure what actually happened. Billy Greger might have got involved in that because he's down to 6th. I'm not sure what happened. But yeah, safety car is out.
Yeah, I think it's VSC, but I think
VSC, yeah.
he made contact with one of the Ferraris, and I think I don't know. He just hit the wall. He got I think he even got a little bit of air time there, but he was in the middle of the track. Billy Prager, I think he had to slow down, so that's why he's far back. But well,
yeah,
we made it 2 corners.
Yep,
Wow.
six drivers remain in the field, so that's unfortunate. Oh! Christian Severson drive-through penalty for speeding under the virtual safety car. We're back racing here, so Christian Severson's gonna have to serve that, and that is big.
Yeah, we would obviously get rid of that, but it's like a time penalty when it's counted, but you have to count drive-through, obviously. Man.
Yeah. He's going to take his drive-through penalty. But I wouldn't be surprised if we get another safety car. We obviously got one on lap 1, so we'll see. But Royce Crown and Jaden Sadek is going to be between these two now, unless the Mercedes can pull something off. He might have to try to make it a one-stop if he's gonna have any shot at winning this race.
And that's not gonna happen. I don't think, honestly. He puts on the
Yeah.
softs, which he can probably make those last. So I'd say around lap 10 or 11. So I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be tough. He's gonna definitely need a safety car or something.
Yeah, Jaden Sadek is in DRS range. Obviously, it's going to be a struggle for Jaden Sadek in this dirty air, but if he can stay in that DRS range, that'll benefit him quite a lot. He gained a lot in the slipstream there.
We'll see. You cannot tell what setups are bad and what are good. Looking at the drivers, inputs.
Yeah. You also notice the driver in third, Justin Jewell, for Ferrari is in the third position and on the final podium spot.
Yeah. He would have gotten double track time this weekend if that too happened, but still good for the good for Justin Jewell, who showed a little bit some flashes last season.
Yeah. Yeah, Sadek fastest lap. He seems very good right now. Royce Crown might be struggling a little bit, but he also might be saving tires. It's hard to tell. But Jaden Sadek does get the DRS, and also Justin Jewell gets the DRS on Jaden Sadek. Here's where you might struggle in the dirty air here. Those few corners, and also the final few corners, that's where you might struggle in the dirty air. But other than that, this track it's not too technical, so you might not struggle too much in the dirty air because there's not a lot of technical corners and it's a lot more straightaways.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna be watching all race on the detail thing is the tires, how many laps everyone has on their tires. Obviously, everyone has 2 right now.
Here we go. Jaden Sadek goes for the pass for the lead. Jaden Sadek takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix.
You should have flashed his last. Oh.
Trevor Massey had 3-second time penalty.
I'll check.
Here comes Justin Jewell to the inside of Royce Crown. Justin Jewell goes up to second. Royce Crown in 1 lap is fallen from first to third.
Yeah, that does count for Trevor Massey. He had 3. He had 4 warnings actually. So yeah, it will count sadly.
Yeah. You see Christian Severson, he's actually not too far back to Billy Kreger and Trevor Massey, but he's still pretty far back to our leaders, obviously. So here we go. Jaden Sadek's not going to have DRS this time. Justin Jewell will, and also Royce Crown. Royce Crown, though, I can't tell if he's saving tires or if he's struggling with the setup. We can ride on board and see if he's fighting the car at all.
I just don't. I think he is saving. I think the one person that is not saving is Christian Severson. Because he's gaining a lot, but that push.
Yeah.
So.
He's really pushing, and he's on the soft, so it's going to be quite a challenge. We can see here the tires everyone is on. It's the top 2 on hards, and also Trevor Massey, and then there's Royce Crown and the Alpine of Billy Kreger on the mediums, and then Christian Severson on the softs.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to see a lot of softs this season, honestly, because they get worn. Some tracks they get worn. In 3 laps they're already at 40-50%. So I don't think we're gonna see a lot of those this season unless I just don't see it.
Yeah, probably the few times you'll see it is probably like a late race safety car or something like that. But here comes Justin Jewell to the inside of Jaden Sadek. Justin Jewell takes the lead. Maybe not. Here Jaden Sadek fights back around the outside. Here we go, side by side. Who got the DRS? Not sure who got it. It was Justin Jewell, and Justin Jewell takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix.
I was just informed Justin Jewell doesn't even have a setup for this race because he joined so late, and he's still up here. Wow.
Wow, that's.
I think setups don't have as big of an influence, I feel like, in F125, but still, that's impressive. Wow.
Yeah, really impressive. But yeah, you see the position gained and lost from the start also. But here we go. Oh, there's Royce Crown, jumps to the outside. Royce Crown goes up to second. Maybe, yes he will. This is great race there between the top two. This is shaping up to be a really great season opener in Australia. Here comes Royce Crown. Tries the outside, not able to get there. Tries the inside, can't get there again. Here we go, heading through the penultimate corner. We're gonna head on to lap 6. It's gonna be a lot about DRS games because these top 3 are just so close. It's just tough for anyone to run away. Here comes Royce Crown with the slipstream and DRS. He goes to the inside. Oh, low contact! He shoves the Ferrari off. Here comes Jaden Sadek. Sadek around the outside of Justin Jewell. Royce Crown takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix.
That could be damage. I saw something fly up in the air. I'm not sure if it was just a side or, but I don't know. I saw something. You know, Justin Jewell's not going to be happy with that from Royce Crown. I think Royce Crown is probably saved a little bit. Now he's going to start to push until he has to pit. That was an aggressive move. Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any damage on any of the cars, so it must have been either dirt or a sign or something. But here we go, Royce Crown Justin Jewell to the outside of Royce Crown, and Justin Jewell takes the lead back.
For the grass goes James Sadek.
Yeah, James Sadek. Now he's gonna have a run on Royce Crown. Will he go for it? No. Whoa! And Royce Crown is off. Royce Crown is off as James Sadek goes out to second. Royce Crown off into the dirt.
Yeah, that was a really strange incident because I think James Sadek ran to the back of Royce Crown, but I think Royce Crown was already sideways to begin with. Wow.
Yeah. Something flew up in the air, but it looked like it was just debris or something. It was not any body work. So yeah, no damage on any of the cars. Surprisingly.
Yeah, I mean, wow, look at this. An F2 driver, a reserve F1 driver, is leading this race after all of this. Wow.
Yeah. We'll see if he can finish it off, but we'll see. How much is he saving tires? That's the question. See, Christian Severson, the gap is definitely getting bigger. Even now with his softs starting to get really worn. Did not save those softs very well. Obviously, he's gonna really need a safety car if he's gonna get back in this.
Yeah, I think we can still see with how they're racing up here.
Yeah, just about to say that.
I think Royce Crown may have a little bit of damage because he has dropped pace a lot. And also, battle for fourth, Trevor Massey, Billy Prager.
Yeah. Oh, Trevor Massey sideways. What a save from the Ferrari. That's an easy thing to do. You can go wide there, and it's easy to drop the car and spin it around there. But the Ferrari actually has some wing damage. He's off. He's gonna save it again. Yeah, Trevor Massey struggling with that front winglet off. He's gonna head to the pits.
That car is beat up on the side pods and everything. Wow.
Yeah.
And also Christian Severson in the pits. So saw it a little bit early, I think, this lap, but it is.
Yeah, Christian Severson.
And he might pass Trevor Massey here. It's gonna be close.
Oh no, but he's gonna be right there.
I think either way, I feel like he's a little bit faster than Trevor Massey. So we'll see. They're both. Stevenson on the hard, and Massey on the medium, so we'll see how that plays out. Battlefield leads back on again.
Yep, Jan Sadek is right there. 3/10 of the gap. Here we go. Jan Sadek has DRS. He's gonna have DRS again now, turn 9 and 10. Here we go. Jan Sadek runs a little wide. That's gonna cost him a little bit of time, but he's gonna have the DRS to make up for it. So here he comes, doesn't go for a move there. Royce Crown is still in reaching distance, but he's out of the DRS. But if these two fly, obviously Royce Crown can get thrown back into this battle. You see the dirt right there on the track. That was from Trevor Massey.
And yeah, Trevor, speaking of that, Stevenson goes past Trevor Massey. He had the position anyways, technically due to the 3-second penalty. But up to 5th goes Christian Severson. At this point, yeah, get the most points you can, just bring it home.
Yeah, it's trying to salvage what you can. But here we go. Jaden Sadek is gonna have DRS here on Justin Jewell. Doesn't go for the move there. I don't think he's gonna force it too much, but if he has a big enough run, he's probably just gonna go for it and go around him. But I don't think he's gonna force it because if he does, then Royce's crown probably could get thrown right back into this battle. Yeah, lap 9 here in season 2 of Formula Allegiant. 9 laps in to the Australian Grand Prix. Here we go. Jaden Sadek gonna have DRS again. Jaden Sadek not gonna go for a move here. Not quite close enough. He might be able to though into the braking zone here. Here we go. Jaden Sadek. Will he go? He goes to the outside. Justin Jewell defends the inside. Jaden Sadek. They make contact. Slight contact between the two. Oh, a little swipe from Jay Sadek to Justin Jewell. Jay Sadek goes up to first.
Yeah, I feel like Jay Sadek. I don't know. I feel like he's a little bit faster than the Ferrari, but the DRS is really saving the Ferrari. But he's not. Here comes Justin Jewell on the right on board. Then he goes to the inside for the race lead. And into turn 1, back to the lead. What a battle this is.
Yep, this is what Royce Crown wants to see. He wants to see those two battling. But here comes Jaden Sadek. He's going to have, actually, no, Justin Jewell got the DRS. Sorry, because obviously the detection zone is for both, I believe, for both straightaways there. But here we go. Lap 10 here in the Australian Grand Prix. This is a great battle for the lead here. Yep. Also, Trevor Massey got around Christian Severson again. Christian Severson, this is the battle for P5 here. This Christian Severson goes to the inside. Trevor Massey can't complete the pass though. Oh, a little contact.
Don't think I saw any wing parts fly. I think that's just an game where. Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Trevor Massey saves it. Trevor Massey, and that hands P5 to what am I saying? Christian Severson, but Justin Jewell at the front here, battling Jaden Sadek, and then Royce Crown trying to catch up to them. So here we go.
Yeah, I'm not sure honestly. I think Trevor Massey was just frustrated there. I don't know what that was, but I think he's just frustrated with how his race is gone. Yeah.
Yep. You see, riding on board with Jaden Sadek here. Here we go. Just enjoy. You can see that.
I really wouldn't count out, the top 4 with how much, tired would be. So I really wouldn't count out anybody up here, honestly.
Yeah. You notice that the red light is flashing on the back of the Ferrari of Justin Jewell. I believe he's trying to save up BRS for that straightaway from turn 8 to turn 9. So there we go. Yeah, he's probably going to deploy it now. Yep, you see it's not flashing anymore. It's just yellow flags. Trevor Massey's out. He might have started in the pit lane. I think that's what he did. So 5 drivers remain in the Australian Grand Prix. Here we go.
Yeah, I just watched Landon Barronow's clip of his crash, and that was a pretty big crash. The tire got under the car, and he actually went airborne. But yeah, that was just kind of a lap 1 crash. Rockville looked at that after the race. But
yeah. Jaden Sadek is in striking distance of Justin Jewell here. Right on board Jaden Sadek. You can kind of see how the dirty air kind of affects the cars, though. Justin Jewell is sliding around that Ferrari, though.
Yep.
Here comes Jaden Sadek on Justin Jewell. Is he going to be able to get there? Not able to get there. Justin Jewell defending Jaden Sadek really well. Here we go. Will Jaden Sadek be able to get it this time? No, not going to get into the braking zone here. So here we go. Lap 12 here. Pit stops are probably going to come up here soon. I almost wonder if if most people are making a 1 stop, which kind of surprises me. They might be.
Yeah, they might, but honestly, if I was, Royce Crown or Billy Frazier, I'd try to do a 2-stop and see if that works, because I'm not sure if they're going to be able to win this, but
yeah. I would especially do it if I was Billy Kreger, but I'm not sure about Royce Crown. I don't know if Royce Crown wants to take that risk. I mean, but he is losing some time, though, so I don't know.
You can kind of tell when you're riding on board with people how their tires are, and yeah, these tires at the front look pretty pretty warm, but they're not like awful. But just looking
Yeah.
at them, but I haven't gotten any data yet from the game, so I can't really make predictions.
Yep. So here we go, heading on to lap 13. James Sadek definitely not in striking distance. That sturdy air for James Sadek is just not helping him here. It's probably killing his tires a little bit. This is how much more he has to turn. Just here we go. But he did get a little bit of a run there off of turn 2. But I don't think he's not going to get there though. He's got the dirty air all through this section here. See, Justin Jewell is really good at saving up that ERS though. I believe he turns the ERS to off through the technical sections because it's not really a place where he can pass, and then on the straightaways he deploys it. So yeah.
Oh, and yeah, so we've never seen a Ferrari or Alpine win a race in Formula Allegiant, I believe. Definitely not Ferrari, and I don't think Alpine has won either.
Yeah, nor have Williams except for a Race Crown Sprint win, but Grand Prix Williams has not won either.
Or Mercedes, or anybody left in the field.
Yeah.
No team has won. Mercedes, in fact, last season they really struggled.
That was. Yeah.
Mercedes kind of really struggled with Alex Leclerc and Isaiah Hamilton last season. I mean, they just really didn't bring home the results they wanted, and they had a rotating driver lineup towards the end of the season. So, yeah.
Yeah. As Royce Crown is into the pit lane, Royce Crown into the pits. We'll see. This is gonna have to be a good start for Royce Crown.
Yep. I think that's actually a good idea to do the undercut. That undercut usually works for these games.
Yeah, and he might gain quite a lot. He's going on the hards. And the top two are likely going to go on the mediums here when they come into the pits. But I think they still have a little bit of time until they pit. But yeah, looking back at last season, obviously, it's only been Red Bull and Aston Martin that have won Grand Prix races. And we've only seen 2 different winners at Formula Allegiant because obviously Sam Lewis at the start of Formula Allegiant, for the first 13 races, he won all of them. He won all the first 13 races, and plus the sprint races. And also, here comes James Sadek. I'll get back to what I was saying in a sec. Here comes James Sadek. James Sadek goes to the inside, makes the lunge, contact, and they're off. They go off.
That corner has caused so much contact today. Wow.
Yeah. They keep it clean, but they did go off. Justin Jewell got the worst of it, obviously, because he was on the outside. It looked like they just banged wheels, and that pretty much is what sent both of them off. I believe James Sadek only dipped a tire, though. But getting back to what I was saying last season, with Sam Lewis, he won all the first 13 races last season, but then he decided actually, it wasn't after he locked up the championship, but right before he locked up the championship, he decided to not race in the league anymore, just to give everyone else a chance, and so he can compete in higher level leagues, because that's where he pretty much belongs. But yeah, but after that, David Albon was pretty much the second best driver. It was pretty much David Albon, Jonathan Hibbett. Those two, they were obviously probably around the second best. But David Albon won all the rest of the races. So yeah, David Albon. So we've only seen Sam Lewis and David Albon win Formula Allegiant. We're gonna see someone else tonight.
Yeah, some of Sam Lewis's wins were by like 20, 15 points, and some were by like 5 tenths. So
yeah.
I think, however, F125, I think it's gonna equalize the drivers even more, just because you have to take a lot more skill with saving. So I think this is gonna be a really interesting season if we can just get the driver count. I don't really know who's gonna be the favorite to win the championship. We have 17 races to find out and 3 reverse tracks to find that out.
Yep, it's gonna be interesting to see as Justin Jewell has climbed back into the DRS range of James Sadek. Justin Jewell, I feel like, just has the better car right now. Or I guess I should say better tires. I think he saved tires a little bit better than James Sadek, and yeah, Justin Jewell has a good chance at winning this race.
Yeah, but while this is happening, Royce Royce Crown is now 18 seconds back, and I think Royce Crown will take the provisional lead of the race, but he will have worse tires, so I'm not sure he's going to be able to keep it.
Yeah, this is interesting because Royce Crown, is also fighting for the lead. Justin Jewell goes around Jan Sadek around the outside, and he takes the lead of the Australian Grand Prix once again.
Yeah, you knew he wasn't in a wait with Jane Sadek after what Jane Sadek did to him in this corner right here. But yeah.
Yep. As heading on to lap 17 here, will any of them pit? Because they got to pit here soon, or else they're going to lose so much time to Royce Crown. They got to keep that in mind. Yes, yep, they both do. They both come into the pits.
I'm going to watch Royce Crown while they pit.
Yeah. We'll watch these guys stops as the Ferrari has the first pit box. As a good stop from the Ferrari. The Alpine. Actually, a little bit of a slower stop. Here comes Royce Crown rounding the final corners.
Oh, this is going to be close. I think, this is going to be really close. And Crown is going to overtake them.
Yeah, Royce Crown jumps both of them. Royce Crown up to the lead of the Grand Prix.
And both have to warm up their tires, so this is going to be a good advantage for Royce Crown. And you hope that these last few laps he's been saving a little bit. And Billy Crager goes fastest.
Yeah, Billy Crager passed this lap, and that was on the hard, so that's interesting to see. I believe everyone has made their pit stops. I will make sure that, yes, everyone has made their pit stop, and I believe everyone's going to make it a one-stop race. As actually Christian Severson, he might try to get those hards to the end, but that's going to be a tough task, and I think Billy Crager's going to pass him anyway if he tries to do that. But yeah, Royce Crown takes the lead, but he's going to have worse tires, but this strategy might have worked out perfectly from the Williams.
Yeah, also Billy Crager, speaking of him, it's just like I thought, at the end of these races, he is creeping up there and saving tires and getting faster, and he's catching Christian Severson for fourth right now.
Yeah, the only problem is he's definitely probably not going to catch the top three because there's a 10-second gap between third and fourth. So yeah, but Billy Crager could definitely get P4 here, which is a good result from the Alpine.
Yep.
See, Justin Jewell is back in the DRS range because obviously Royce Crown pulled the undercut, so he has a little bit of worse tires. He sacrificed the tires for a better track position. I think it worked out really well, but Justin Jewell and Jay Sadek just have better tires. And also, you do got to keep in mind, I believe they are the Ferrari and the Alpine. They are both on the mediums, while Royce Crown's on the hards. So maybe Royce Crown's tires will start to come in toward the end of the race.
Yeah, definitely. Justin Jewell is the fastest overall in pace right now. So we'll see.
Yep. Here comes Justin Jewell. Justin Jewell goes to the inside, takes the lead once again in Australia.
Yep. Yeah, he is flying right now on those new mediums, but don't want to push too hard, obviously.
Yep. As we're heading on to 11 to go at the line, 11 laps to go in the Australian GP. This has been an interesting one to watch.
Yep. Even with 5 drivers for most of the race, it's been pretty good.
Yep. So here we go. Oh, there's fighting for this is fighting for P4. Billy Crager gets up. Yeah, a little bit of contact, but Billy Crager goes up to the 4th position, and Chris Severson definitely struggling on those hard tires. He's gonna come into the pits. Yep. Honestly, if I were Christian Severson, I would maybe just retire the car here because I don't think it's gonna gain anything. But we'll see. He might just stick it out.
Yeah, it's just from lap 1. Just a mistake on his part, but also the game is pretty strict with that stuff, which I'm not really sure why, but just wasn't his day here down under.
Yep. Obviously, if you did not see the start of the race, it was obviously the Mercedes Christian Severson. We got a VSC due to Landon Barrow now wrecking out of the race, and then Christian Severson unfortunately got a speeding penalty for speeding under the VSC. But here comes Royce Crown to the outside of Justin Jewell. No contact that time around. Got very close though. Justin Jewell's gonna fight back. Now a little bit of contact. Side by side heading into the middle of the corner. Lock up.
A big slide.
That was a big lockup. Yeah, that was a
I kind
huge
of
lockup.
noticed. I noticed Royce. Oh, he hit the
Oh!
wall.
That was a big
I've
hit to the
noticed
wall.
Royce Crown's car has been kind of slippery under braking. I feel like all day. Wow, that's
Yeah. It
man.
looked like he just locked the rears up there, and that's then he he slid there. He kept it under control though, so he still lives to fight another day.
Yep. That's brought James Cadet into this fight once again. So this is gonna be a could go down as a classic here towards the end of this race, as we have 3 cars fighting for the win.
Yep. Here we go. We have 10 laps to go here in the Australian GP. We're gonna come on to 9 laps to go at the line. So here we
Yeah, we've
go.
really never seen battling for the win in Formula Legion except for I think Austria sprint. But other than that, we really haven't seen battling for the Grand Prix win really ever. So
Yeah, it's interesting. We obviously saw it a few times with Sam Lewis and David Albon. Those fights were absolute cinema, to say the least. Obviously, the Spain and Britain last season, those two, David Albon was able to challenge Sam Lewis for the race win, and David Albon could have even beat Sam Lewis. I think his best shot was Britain, but Sam Lewis and David Albon, they made contact in the Stowe corner, and that's pretty much what kind of ended David Albon's race. But
yeah.
back, yeah,
Also, me and Sam was at Monza. If I didn't have to leave, I think that would have been one of the best finishes of the season because I passed Sam Lewis, then he passed me back, and then we had the VSC, and then I had to go. But that was a really fun race. So.
yep. But here we go. 9 laps to go here. It's just going to be all about managing tires. But Royce Crown struggling on the used hards. Jason Decky might want to get around Royce Crown here soon, or else he might lose DRS to Justin Jewell.
If I was Justin Jewell and James Deck, I'd honestly go full push from here. I think these mediums can probably last another 8-9 laps to be close. But I think I'd go full push from here just to secure the win. But if I was Royce Crown, I'd maybe want to save the tires a little bit, but
yeah,
he's in a tough spot. He's in the middle of 2 cars. And he's got to try to save, but also go for the win.
yeah. Yeah, Royce Crown though, he does have the DRS though. This is really close. You see the top 3. They're separated by only a few car lengths. Here comes the Alpine. Got a good run there. Oh, lockup from Royce Crown. Got a little squirrely under braking again. James Stack's gonna have a good shot here, maybe getting around Royce Crown, but Royce Crown has the DRS, so it's tough. He has to rely only on slipstream, and it's not gonna happen. But Royce Crown is kind of it was there for a second there, but with Justin Jewell, but now definitely not in striking distance. Obviously, in the technical sections, that's where Royce Crown is struggling because he does not have the tires.
Yeah, Royce Crown's gotten close many times in Formula Legion. He might have the most starts in Formula Legion, honestly. Him or Jonathan Hibbett. So he's been here a lot of times and hasn't quite got the win. On the other hand, Justin Jewell, this is his 3rd start, and he's in the lead. James Cadet's also been here for a decent amount of time, so
Yeah.
it's gonna be interesting.
Yep, this is exciting here in Australia. But here we go. Lap 22 here in Australia. Royce Crown is there. He might be able to get the move here. Here comes Royce Crown with the DRS. Not going to take the opportunity though.
I think it's going to get closer and closer as the laps wind down. Everyone wants this victory to start out the season. A little bit of lockup by Royce. Yeah, everyone wants to start the season off with a W, but we'll see. So we go with 7 to go now at the line.
Yeah, I feel like Royce Crown might be pushing it here because he's locking up. He's doing everything he can to keep up with these new medium tires. But here we go, lap 23. Royce Crown might have a chance here heading up into the braking zone here, the next braking zone. I don't think he's gonna force it though. If I were him last lap, I would have probably went for the move because I feel like he needs the track position right now.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. He's in a tough spot because it seems like even though James Beck's here, he is really working on really here, especially with those tires. So I'm not sure if James Cadet can get past Worthcon, easily catch
Yeah, just riding on board with Royce Crown. How much will he gain this DRS here? Gonna gain quite a lot. It's Justin Jewell harvest ERS there. He's gonna gain, but not gonna be in touching distance. As looking here, there's Jaden Sadek. He goes for the move. Jaden Sadek to the inside of Royce Crown, makes it clean. Yeah, he made it nice and clean. They're still in touching distance to Justin Jewell. Great job from Jaden Sadek to make that nice and clean and not lose time.
Yeah, he actually gained time from that. Wow.
Yeah, that was really good from Jaden Sadek. Now Royce Crown is gonna have to he's gonna have to get around both of them. He's gonna try to win this race. That's gonna be tough. Jaden Sadek right there. He seems like he has really good tires.
Yeah, he would stay out of the fight from these two, and now it's paying off for him.
Yep, it's Jaden Sadek. Here we go. He has the dirty air though through these corners. That's gonna cost him a little bit. Royce Crown fell down to the third position. He's got to just hope he doesn't fall out of DRS range because those top two have an advantage on him with oh no! Jaden Sadek! What's that Jaden Sadek?
Oh.
Jaden Sadek got loose and into the wall, and now they're out of DRS range to the Ferrari of Justin Jewell.
Yeah, I missed that, man.
Yeah, Jaden Sadek, he got a little squirrely off that little fast right-hander. He got squirrely, and that's a big mistake from Jaden Sadek. That might have ruined both Royce Crown and Jaden Sadek's races. But I think Royce Crown is still going to be able to get DRS on Justin Jewell because he is gaining a little bit.
Yeah, something interesting. Jaden Sadek was on hot lap mode on the ERS the whole lap there, basically. So I think he was planning on flying by Justin Jewell down the straightaway, but that happened. He's back on hot lap, and Justin Jewell's on hot lap mode as well. So I'm looking at the ERS because it is going to be important here at the end of the race.
Yeah. Yeah, medium. If you put the ERS, usually obviously the drivers will have it on medium and just keep it on medium the whole race. But medium, it doesn't use a lot of ERS. You kind of have a lot of spare ERS. So I see why they're switching it from none to hot lap because it uses up a little bit more ERS and you get a little bit more power from that.
Yeah. So we'll see here down this overtake for Royce Crown. He used it a little bit hot lap for Justin Jewell, hot lap for Jaden Sadek. So yeah, we'll see. You don't want to burn through it too much though, because it does take a little bit to save up. So
yeah, and that could cost you a lot of time, but it looks like they're doing a pretty good job at that right now. Here we go, lap 25 heading on to lap 26, starting to get to crunch time here in Australia.
Yep.
Here we go, rounded these final corners, heading on to lap 26. Royce Crown trying to just stay in touching distance to Justin Jewell. And those hards you gotta also watch out for this. This might be the crossover between the mediums and hards, because the hards obviously they wear a little slower because they're the harder compound tires to the medium, which is softer than the hards. So the hards wear a little bit faster. Or sorry, the hards wear a little bit slower. The mediums wear a little bit faster than the hards. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting because Royce Crown is obviously on the hard tires. He's obviously having the hard tires that has you struggle in the short run, but on the long run it's really fast. And here comes Royce Crown with that tire advantage.
Yeah, a little bit of a mistake for Royce Crown through there, got on the grass. But here comes Royce Crown. He's gonna have DRS. This is really one of the only overtakes he's done for the front stretch. So he's gotta start to wonder to maybe try to get closer because he's close, but. Like you said, he's down the crunch time. Here he goes. DRS enabled. Does he go for it in this corner? He's not going to be close enough.
You see the tires. I think still Justin Jewell does have better tires. That showed a thing on the screen where it was Justin Jewell's tires compared to Royce Crown's tires. And Royce Crown actually has a little bit more worn tires, but it's not a huge difference. So now, Royce Crown is basically on equal. Oh no! Jaden Sadek's in the wall.
Oh no!
Jaden Sadek on the curb, and there he goes into the wall. He keeps it going, but that's pretty much race over for Jaden Sadek. He's just got to lip it around for these last 3 laps. Now it's between Justin Jewell and Royce Crown for this race win.
Yep. And I want to mention, I think Justin Jewell tenths quicker than Royce Strong that lap. So yeah, I definitely think his tires are better. Yeah, this is gonna be a really interesting fight. That time by Justin Jewell once again a little bit quicker, and also Billy Krager hit for some reason. So now
Yeah.
Christian Steverson's up to 4th. Billy Krager puts on these softs for 3 laps, and he's going to basically have to go qualifying mode here.
I wonder if he's trying to go for fastest lap, but I don't think that gives you a point anymore. So unless I don't know if we're doing that.
I think we are. So
Okay, so yeah, he might be doing it then for that extra point. Here we go. He might still get around Christian Severson, but watching the battle for the lead, we're heading on to 2 laps to go here in Australia. Oh, you saw Royce Crown struggle in that dirty air there. Blocks the rears a little bit there, but he keeps it nice and tidy. Here we go, 6/10 the difference, 5 the difference. Here we go, heading on to two laps to go. Justin Jewell trying to he's just got to hold off Royce Crown for these last few laps as James Deck is in the pits.
I don't think that'll give Christian Severson P3, but it could get close.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting.
This makes me wonder if Justin Jewell's tires are even gonna last.
Yeah, well, I think James Sadek did it just to repair his front wing, but I wouldn't have done that if I were him. But watching here,
this could give Christian Severson a podium, and he's gonna pass James Sadek for the podium. Wow.
Wow, but James Sadek's gonna have the tire advantage. But watching back at the front, here we go. Wow, they have both Alpines coming to the pits. But here we go. The fight for the lead is on. Royce Crown right there in the rear gearbox. He goes to the outside. He's going to try the outside at turn 9-10. No one backs out. Wow, as Royce Crown beats and bangs his way up into the first position. But here comes the Ferrari. He's going to have DRS down that front stretch. I
cannot believe what Alpine just did. They just might have threw away. Wow. Anyways.
Yeah, this is gonna get interesting. On the final lap of the race, it's gonna come down to this one final lap. There's also fighting for the podium places. We'll have to monitor that. But here we go, final lap here in Australia. What can Justin Jewell do to keep this to get this race win?
He's not close enough. He's trying to be close enough down this straightaway. Maybe, yeah, probably not. And the battle is on back there. But yeah, I don't think Justin Jewell is gonna have to save and put everything to that back stretch, save everything, and make the pass in turn 9-10.
And that looks like that's exactly what he's doing. He is definitely close enough to do that. He is definitely close enough. Royce Crown, it might be in trouble here. Here we go, heading onto the backstretch here for the final time. Here comes Justin Jewell. He's gonna have the DRS here. Here we go, DRS enabled here. You see the rear wing goes open. Here we go, he has the run. Will he take it? Into turn 9-10, he does. He goes for the move, side by side as Justin Jewell. No, they make contact. They make contact and Justin Jewell gets spun around.
Oh, that is heartbreaking.
And now Royce Crown rounds the final corners. That move might have to be reviewed, but as of now, Royce Crown heads through the final corners. Royce Crown for Williams Racing. Royce Crown wins the season opener of Season 2. Royce Crown wins the Australian Grand Prix. Here we go. Justin Jewell's going to finish in the second position. Fighting for the podium. Jay Sadek got up to third. Fight for P4 is on, though. There's a crossover from Billy Krager. Side by side. Billy Krager is up to the fourth. Oh, but he runs wide. Here comes... Oh, here we go. Through the final corners. It's going to be the Mercedes who gets up to P4. Christian Severson. Yep, Christian Severson P4, Billy Krager P5. What a race in Australia.
Wow, that was probably the best finish in Formula Allegiant history.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Definitely, I got a clip of that, so we're going to have to see, but yeah, here's podium. Wow.
Yep, here's podium. Alrighty. Oh yeah, the new thing here. So you see yeah they have this new thing. There's the this yeah obviously you can see this on your screen. Obviously, race crown won. James Sedek got the fastest lap. Justin Jewell got driver of the day, and the most mistakes was also Justin Jewell, which is quite surprising. But looking at the results here, it's Royce Crown who wins the race. Could be reviewed though. It's probably going to be reviewed with that contact with Justin Jewell, who finishes second. James Sedek third. Christian Severson fourth, Billy Kreger fifth, and then the sixth and seventh, both DNF is Trevor Massey and Landon Baranow. Alrighty.
And honestly, it should be fun to take out fastest lap one and reward for maybe most overtakes or something.
Yeah, that could be interesting.
I didn't even know they had that in this game, but that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be a cool new thing to have in Formula Allegiant. You can see that after the race, but yep.
Yeah, I'm not in good interviews, but
Yeah. Alrighty.
Alright. Well, I'll see everybody next, maybe not next week, but next race at Bahrain.
Yep. Alright. Go ahead into the interview room here.
Right.
Alright. I'll just give it a sec so people can join in.
I think the other ones had league race, so Royce. Oh no, never mind.
Alright, I'll start interviews here in a sec. I'll wait like one more minute just in case anyone else wants to join. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go ahead and start interviews. So, alright, we'll go ahead and start with Landon Baranow. So, yeah, Landon Baranow, you ready?
Yep.
So, yeah, it was obviously unfortunate. You obviously got wrecked on lap one. So, yeah, the broadcast didn't see it all that well. So, just walk me through what happened and what took you out of the race.
Stupidity. We was entering turn 2, and he moved under braking, and he cut my wheel, not my wing, but my wheel, and my right wheel came undone when my car slammed into the wall. So I will be pushing for a points penalty, considering he DNF'd himself from this race, and he was too slow to even get a time penalty. So.
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, next race we have Bahrain coming up next. So yeah, how do you think you'll do on Bahrain?
My response is usual from last season. New team, new teammate, same stupid drivers. My luck is in the hands of whoever I race around, because apparently that's what my luck is. I don't know what to change from this. I qualify up front, I qualify in the back, qualify in the middle. Still get taken out. So ask the other people how my luck will be there.
Yep. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to Christian Severson. So, Christian Severson, you ready?
Yeah.
Yep. So, all right. So yeah, Christian Severson. So yeah, it was obviously unfortunate. You had obviously a great qualifying, but then that penalty from the VSC unfortunately pretty much took you out of the fight for the win. So. Yeah, but still, you're able to salvage a P4 finish. Yeah, P4 finish. So, yeah, just walk me through those last few laps with Billy Craig, and just walk me through that race overall, I guess.
Well, the first, it was unfortunate. We had great pace. It was one think millisecond from Royce. That was kind of shocking, actually. But yeah, it was quite a boring race until those final laps. I thought I was gonna lose it because they went on the sauce, but then he broke his wing on that final lap. Had a good overtake there on the last few corners, and yeah, I got P4. Nothing really much. Quite boring for me.
Yeah. So Bahrain next. How do you think he'll do in Bahrain? Do you think he can get some redemption from today?
Hopefully, yeah. So really tired egg track, so we'll see what happens. Chaos.
Yep. All right, we're gonna go and move on to your P2 finisher, Justin Jules. Justin Jules, ready?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you were overall, you probably had maybe the best race pace today. You had really great speed, and you also so I heard that you didn't even have a step, so that's really impressive. But yeah, you were in the fight for the win with Royce Crown, but unfortunately you got spun around on that last lap. So what happened? What happened there with that contact with Royce Crown, and ultimately how did you end up in P2?
I mean, it's just, I think it's self-explanatory what happened. I got spun on the exit of turn 10.
Yeah. So. So yeah, we have Bahrain coming up next. How do you think you'll do on Bahrain?
Good.
Okay. All right. Now go ahead and move on to your race winner, Royce Crown. So Royce Crown, you ready?
Yep.
All right. So yeah, Royce Crown. You get the win in Australia. So just walk me through those final few laps with Justin Jewell, and what was your thought process and everything, and obviously trying to get around Justin Jewell, and also walk you through what happened with Justin Jewell getting spun around.
Yeah. It was a solid race up until that point. He had the run on me into the first corner. As soon as I came back through the second, I had the run. But I mean, if you can look at the clips that are submitted in the Discord, his rear started to go. He started going sideways on my screen. On his clip, he dropped into fifth gear. You can see that his traction control kicked in, and he slowed like a crazy amount in front of me. I had nowhere to go because I was trying to get the switch back onto the second run, down into the sharp right-hander. But overall, pretty good race. Pole as well, so that was nice. But yeah, pretty decent race.
Yep. So we have Bahrain coming up next. How do you think he'll do on Bahrain? Do you think he can get back-to-back wins in Bahrain?
I'm definitely going to try. Tire wear is absolutely brutal in Bahrain, so I think that's the strategy is going to be the biggest aspect of the race overall. But yeah, we'll go for it and see what happens.
Yep. All right. Also, James Steck, do you want to interview? I know you joined kind of late.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize we were doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So James Steck, you finished in the third position. So yeah, James Steck, obviously he had a few mistakes, and he had that one mistake which broke most of your front wing. So yeah, just walk me through that battle for the lead you were in for most of the race, and how'd you obviously you pit, so how were you able to work your way back up into the third position?
I mean, yeah, the battle was great between us three. I was trying to work with Royce, try to beat blocks. The blocks was kind of fast. That spin, I guess the tire wear and the oversteer just kind of caught me off guard. But then I pit for softs, got that fastest lap. I think I would have been P3 anyway, so I'm not really too mad about that.
Yeah. So we have Bahrain coming up next. How do you think you'll do in Bahrain?
I think I'll do pretty good. Just hopefully it goes well. We'll see how it goes.
Yep. All right. Well, thank you guys for racing, and yeah, let's try to have a good one in Bahrain. But yep, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and do my outro. But thank you guys for racing. All right. So Yeah, what race that was. That was absolutely incredible. But yeah, we have Bahrain coming up next Friday at 7:30 Eastern Time, 6:30 Central Time, and 4:30 Pacific Time. So yeah, you do not want to miss Bahrain after what you saw in Australia. This is definitely going to be one great season. I can already tell from how Australia was. It's going to be really interesting to see who can come out on top in Bahrain. And also, Bahrain is a LiDAR scan track, as obviously a new LiDAR scan track. So it's going to be interesting to see how the drivers tackle Bahrain, the new Bahrain LiDAR scanned Bahrain. So, yep. But yeah. Also, we do have Formula Allegiant Junior, or F2 if you want to just call it F2. But yeah, Formula Allegiant, the Formula Allegiant Junior World Championship also on, I believe it'll be Thursday. Not time is to be determined. So yeah, there's no guarantee that will be though, because we obviously have a lack of drivers in that series. So yeah. So yeah, but if that does happen, be sure to watch that. It'll be Max Beard in the booth. He was in the booth with me today, but he'll be the lead commentator in Formula 2 or Formula Junior World Championship. So, yep. But anyways, with that is Bryce Croft signing off.